Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Bama saltwater fishing video. I welcome you to the channel. If this is your first time here, if you've been here before, welcome back as always. It is beautiful out this morning as always, hardly any wind. Moon's still out. If you can kind of see it past this tree, the GoPro doesn't pick up the moon that well. But anyway, let me go ahead and get everything loaded up and I will see y'all out on the water this morning. All right, we are launched. I'm already seeing bait busting up. We've got a pretty calm body of water. It is just beautiful out this morning. The first bait I'm gonna be throwing is a topwater. We're in springtime here in Alabama, and trout and redfish and flounder are starting to move in and get more active, and we're coming up shallower rather than just staying in the deep holes. The bait gets really active, so we're gonna start throwing a topwater because it's just exciting. And then I do have a Z-Man trout trick as a backup. So the topwater I'm throwing today is a Heddon Spook Jr. or Super Spook Jr. So pretty simple bait. It's about 4 inches long. And this one's the chrome and black back. And then my setup today that I'm throwing this on, this is identical setup to what my trout trick is on, is a Penn Spinfisher 6 2500 spooled up with 15-pound braid, and then a 7-foot medium power fast action St. Croix Avid inshore rod. We'll see what we can do. I'm seeing a bunch of bait schooled up out here in the middle. So we're gonna throw this topwater, just do some blind cast and try to cover some water. Spook's really simple to work. You just twitch, reel, all the way back to you. You want that bait to go side to side. It's called walking the dog. Really simple. So I've switched over to the trout trick. I'll be rotating between that topwater and the trout trick. See if we can catch something on this lure here. See, I'm seeing a bunch of bait blow up right here. So never pass up the opportunity to throw on a school of bait or a flock of birds diving. There's one. what is that? Croaker, okay. First fish of the day is a croaker. So that's actually not a bad eating size. You could catch a bunch of those and go fry them up whole like I've done in one of my videos, but he's gonna go back. There you go, buddy. Well, I just landed that little croaker. It's tossed back out. It's not quite my target species, but got the skunk off the boat. That's always a good thing. There's one. What is it? Oh, there's a trout. All right. First one of the day. Ain't a big one, but it's a fish. All right, it's not a keeper, but it's a trout nevertheless. It's been a while, but check out how pretty that one is. Man, those are gorgeous. Better than nothing, I say. It's been a very slow morning, but I brought out the Z-Man Minnowz paddle tail. These are one of my favorite baits, and this is the chartreuse because we have a bright day and pretty dirty water. So that chartreuse works great in most conditions like that. Heck, you can even use it in clear water too. Chartreuse is a very popular color, so it seemed to work for that little trout. But it's not quite the size I'm after either, but let's see if there's any more hanging around. Okay, well, I'm gonna see y'all in a different day because it is very slow this morning. So we'll see you in a different location, different day in just a second. Oh, whoa, look at the dolphin. Oh my goodness. Well, I ain't gonna catch any fish here anymore. Oh, there's a fish. There we go. No, just a really nice trout. Come on. Come on. Oh, get in the boat, buddy. What a pretty fish. really nice speckled trout this morning on that Z-Man Minnowz with the Procure. So I'm gonna let this one go. I could keep it if I wanted to, but I'm not keeping any fish this morning. It's a beautiful trout. Want to handle it as least as possible, so I got some fish grips and I'm supporting its belly. And we'll get this hook out and get it released. And it's gone. There it goes. What an awesome fish. Heck yeah, that caught me by surprise. That was not a bad fish. So I'm gonna put some more Procure on there and see what else I can catch. But all I'm using is this Inshore Saltwater Procure. It's got like a combination of the flavors or the scents. So I think this one has like shrimp, mullet, and a whole bunch of other stuff just mixed together. Not 100% sure on the ingredients, but seems to work for me, so I continue to use it. So we're set up again. My leader's good, and we're gonna get another cast out. All right, so I just caught that trout, but we're gonna see if there's any more hanging around. The no-see-ums have found me, and I do not want to put on any bug spray right now. Look how pretty it is this morning, wow. But I have a Whopper Plopper. This is a River to Sea Whopper Plopper in the 110. Such a great top water. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw this before I even launch the kayak. What a beautiful morning. It couldn't get any better conditions. It is pre-spawn bass fishing, which actually it's been warm enough for these bass to start getting on beds down here. Oh, if I didn't get it hung up. Ah. Are you really bass fishing if you haven't got hung up yet? I want some strong bushes. Okay. Yeah, gum, dude. Well, you really can't get any prettier than that. It's a gorgeous view. We're gonna start around these edges here throwing this Whopper Plopper. Didn't catch anything at the boat ramp. It is picture worthy. Oh, there's one. There we go. First one this morning. Not a bad little fish either. All right, this morning, one on the Whopper Plopper already. So that is awesome. Came out pretty good. So little pound and a half bass at the most. Chunky little thing, but we're gonna let it go and see if we can find us a bigger one. And there he goes. All right. Well, hopefully y'all can see me now that the sun comes up. But like I said, I'm throwing this white Whopper Plopper 110, one of my favorite topwater lures of all time. And then I'm throwing it on 50-pound braid because I'm fishing around a lot of grass, like some thick grass too. And then this is a Penn Squall high speed. This is one of the newer Penn low profile bait cast reels. I absolutely love it. It's meant for saltwater too. And then this is a G Loomis E6X. I've had this forever. I bought it over at Austin Kayak in Texas a long time ago when I was stationed over in Texas at Fort Hood. And I've caught a lot of bass on this. But that's just my tackle breakdown. Really simple. A lot of y'all bass fish a lot, though I absolutely love it. I just don't do it as much anymore. So let's go ahead and get that bait back out and see what else we can get. I had a good feeling I was going to catch one over here. I threw up inside these reeds, not on top of them like I just did there. Let's see if we can get another one here. Ugh, spider web. Yeah. Oh, there's one. Oh, I got hit on my GoPro. Oh, and he spit it. Ah, I couldn't get a hook set because my GoPro was in the way. Hey, things I do to get stuff on camera. Dadgummit. Backing out of this cove here, but it is very slow, so probably going to cut this into a different video because the bite is terrible, which I think a lot of these bass are starting to move on the beds. But trying to bed fish in here with this, it's like a very tannic water. It's very difficult, even though we have a nice bright sunny day, like perfect conditions, but you just cannot see down in the water like you could in a clearer lake or a shallower lake. So it's got this like orangey color to it, like tea. But I did get a few bites. I just was awful on the hook set, but I did manage one on top water, and I'm very happy about that. That was a goal of mine this morning, was to get one on the Whopper Plopper, and I did. So I'm gonna keep on fishing. If I don't get anything else, you'll probably see me somewhere else. So for me, it's gonna be another day, but for y'all, it's gonna be in just a second. Back out again. Pretty windy today. Normally I like throwing a chatterbait, but this Ultra Vibe Speedworm by Zoom just works absolutely amazing in the grass. Texas rigged. There's one. Ah, came off. Dang it. There's a go. There we go. Ah, come on, buddy. And these little stick ups right here. There we go. All right, you ain't a giant, but it's a fish. And he just spit my worm away. Ah, come here. Man, that bass is so skinny. Check that out. Pretty little fish though. Let's go ahead and toss him back. All right, here you go. We were rigged back up with another speed worm. You go through these things pretty good, but they work amazing, so it's worth it. And they're pretty inexpensive too. You get like, I think 15 or 20 in a pack. I think it's 15 in a pack. So we are gonna cast back out. Oh, there's a fish. There we go. There's another one. Come on, buddy. Whew. All right, bass number 2 this evening. Practically the same size as that other one. Pretty little thing though. There you go. He said bye. That's fun catching fish no matter what. I love bass fishing. I just don't do it as much anymore. There's one. There's another one. Literally same size as that, as the first two. Come on. Well, no, this one's a little bigger, just slightly. All right, just a little bit bigger than the other two, but not a giant by no means. Probably a little pound bass. So, hey, fish is a fish though. Let's go ahead and get it back. There you go, buddy. That's fun. Finding some fish. Finally, we got out of that wind and pushed to the leeward side of the island here and just throwing the speed worm and actually getting some fish. That's 3 already. So I'm gonna keep on doing the same thing. Why change it if we're catching fish? I would prefer to catch something a little bigger. Good thing about bass fishing, you never know when you're gonna hook that big old bucket mouth. But right now we're just catching these little males. I'm sure they're moving up on these beds, getting ready to spawn. But let's keep trying. All right. That's the 3rd one for today. Let's see if we can get us a 4th. This is probably like the easiest way to fish. Oh, there's a bait right there. So there's mullet all over the place, which is crazy. Mullet and bluegill is their primary diet. The good thing about being in a kayak is you can have a very stealthy approach, especially on a windy day, even though it's a pain in the butt. But on a windy day, you don't have the trolling motor roaring to keep you in a spot. So you can be a lot stealthier and usually catch a little bit more fish that way. Wind's picked up. I don't feel like fighting the wind the whole time right now, especially just to catch smaller fish. Well, we are back home and that wind is crazy right now. Check out that wind right now. So it is white capping even in a smaller protected cove. So real dirty water. Really not the best conditions for fishing in my opinion, but you go when you can go. Sometimes you don't get perfect conditions. Even days like this, you can still catch some pretty good fish. So I appreciate y'all for watching that compilation of a couple days, well actually more than a couple days of fishing. I didn't quite wreak havoc on the fish every day, but it was fun catching stuff throughout the period of the day, especially from the kayak. I love kayak fishing, been doing it a long time. It is very fun to be one with the water, and you kind of get a workout in as well, you know, low impact cardio other than hauling the thing out of the truck. But I'm rambling. But I appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see you on the next Bama saltwater fishing video. If you have not subscribed already, I would really appreciate it if you go hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and leave a comment if you like as well. I like to hear from y'all. Even the good, the bad, and the ugly comments, I still like to hear from you. And don't forget to check out the channel's awesome sponsors down in the description below, like Sword Fishing and Fish Bites. So appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see you on the next Bama saltwater fishing video. I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us. We'll see you later.